Hey there. In today's video, I want to talk about the 3 factors that determines the success of any business. The 3 basic factors or the 3 secrets of any business. If you are an entrepreneur or doing business online and if you are lagging behind or feel that you can revisit the idea as to where things are not working out or where things you are not able to meet the goal that you expected to, then you are watching the right video. Stay tuned till the end of the video and I'll reveal the basic 3 secrets that will enable you to get the right success in your business. Welcome back to the video. So I am about to talk about the 3 secrets of your business. It can be applied in any area of life. So let's take the example of nature, because nature is real and practical, right? So there's this seed. This story was given to me by my mentor and I'm revealing it to you. So there is the seed that it has a dream of growing into a big tree. So what does it require to become a big tree? The seed itself, actually. The seed has to be ripe and mature and ready to be sown to transform into a plant, right? So seed itself has to be ready to transform itself into a big tree. If it is not ready, if it is very raw, it cannot become a plant or sapling or a tree later. So the seed itself has to be ready to become a tree. The second factor is the quality. So the quality of the seed has to be very good. Similarly, the second factor is the land itself. The quality of the land has to be fertile and very good to support the seed to be sown and grow into a tree. So the land has to be fertile. It cannot be a rocky place. It has to have a good soil. It has to have the moisture and all the right ingredients to support the seed to grow into a plant. So the land should have the quality of nurturing the seed to grow into a plant, right? The third factor is the climatic conditions. The climatic conditions should be such that it allows the land to support the seed to grow into a plant. For example, if the climatic conditions is very stormy, the land will get blown away and the seed will not be able to sustain its life there. Or if there is no rain or there is no moisture, it is a very dry climate, even though the land is fertile, will it be able to support the seed to grow into a plant? Because the climatic conditions are not supporting the land or the seed, it becomes difficult for the seed to grow into a plant or a tree. So all the 3 factors are very important. The seed itself, the land which supports the seed, and the climatic conditions that supports the land and the seed to convert into a big tree. So let's apply this concept in our real life or business scenario. So the seed here is you and the land is your mentor and the climatic conditions is the environment in which you live. So you have to ask these basic questions to yourself. Am I a student who has the right questions in my mind and am I ready to learn? Am I a good student to learn properly? And how do I look for the right mentor? Do I have a right mentor? Third is, am I living in the right environment which supports me to grow my business and get results fast? These are the 3 questions you need to ask yourself first. So let's look at the first aspect, the first dimensions of this triangle. The first dimension is you. So you have to be ready to carry on this business venture till the end, till you reach your goal. So are you ready for that? You need to question yourself. So for that, you need to have certain qualities within yourself. Let's look at them one by one. The first one is, are you coachable? Are you ready to learn from your mentor or anybody for that matter? Are you coachable? Are you ready to learn? Are you a listener? Are you ready enough to take in the new ideas and create them? So this is very important aspect. You need to be coachable first of all to learn new things. And once you become coachable, then you have to be a good listener. You have to learn, and the more you learn, the faster you can manage to get to the next level. So what you've learned, you have to also practice it. You have to be you cannot be just consuming all the time. Consuming as in learning or acquiring more and more language from the internet continuously without applying it. So that is consuming. So if you go on consuming without applying it, then your knowledge will be soon forgotten. You have to create more than you consume after some time. Only then you will be able to see certain results in your business. So always remember, create more than what you consume. You have to consume initially, no doubt, but after some time you have to move on to a level where you start creating more from what you have consumed to get substantial results that's measurable. The next thing is, you need to implement what you have learned and practiced. Unless you implement it, it only remains in your head and it only remains as a concept. The concepts and the ideas that you have learned has to be converted into a practical solution in your business scenario. That can happen only when you implement your ideas. After implementing, what you need to do is, you need to continuously, the implementation is not just a one set of action. It is a continuous set of action throughout your business. You have to keep implementing new ideas, new creativities into your business. So only then you will be able to see results. For that, you have to be very persistent. You have to be persistent to take your ideas and your implementation to your finishing line. You need to have your goal in mind and make sure that your implementation is never stopped until you reach your goal. So for that, you need to be very, very persistent. And you also have to be very committed to your mission, vision, and your goal. Only when you are committed to your vision, mission, to reach your goal, you will be able to implement what you've learned in your business in a continuous manner. Otherwise, what will happen is, you will get exhausted after some time and you will kind of give up, because the business scenario is not going to be the same. You're going to face a lot of challenges. You're going to have a lot of different kind of issues that you need to solve. You will not be always in the high mood. You will always get into high and low moods. So for you to sustain during all this turmoil in your business, you need to have a big commitment towards your business. If you're passionate enough to reach your goal, and if you're committed enough to reach your goal, you can then make it happen. And also, you need to be very unique in what you're doing. In today's world, you go to the internet, you go to any of the platforms, on any idea, you will get tons and tons of ideas. But what sets you apart from others is your uniqueness. If you're not unique, if you're just copying others, believe me, you will not sustain for very long. So for you to stay in this business for long, You need to know what is your USP, what is your strength, what is your core, idea that is useful to whoever you are trying to market it to. Your ideas, your creativity has to solve certain problem to whoever you're addressing it to. Unless it is solving somebody's problem, your ideas is of no use. Nobody buys your products or your courses or your ideas unless it's useful to them. It's not about you. Your entire business is, what is it doing to others? What kind of results is it giving to others? How useful is it to others determines the success of your business. Always remember that. So your uniqueness and your ideas can only transform and translate your business into a measurable result. And the speed of how you execute it determines how fast you can see a result in your business. Remember, money loves speed. This is my mentor's words again. Money loves speed. If you are going very slow in translating your ideas and creativity into implementation, so will be your results. So you need to apply your knowledge, what you have learned. You need to be coachable, you need to learn, and you need to practice it, and then you need to implement it in your real life scenario, into your business, and you need to be persistent and take it to the finishing line. That can only happen when you're committed to your business. And also, you need to have a uniqueness in what you're doing. You need to have your own signature in what you're doing, and if it transforms somebody's life, if it is useful to somebody else, only then you're going to survive in this business. Please remember this. So it's all about you first. You are the one who is going to determine how your business is going to be. No matter who your mentor is, what kind of courses you've done, what kind of products you have, or what kind of climatic conditions you live in. So you are the first element or the dimension in this triangle that determines the success of your business. So the next dimension of these three factors is your mentor. Who is your mentor? What is a mentor? A mentor is someone who is your guide, who is your coach, who is your trainer, who is your teacher, and who is your friend, who helps you to take from your existing level to the next level, to reach that goal. So who is a good mentor? What are the attributes of a good mentor? How do you decide who is a good mentor? Right? A good mentor should have rock solid knowledge on the subject matter that he is coaching or teaching. He has to have a vast and varied knowledge on the subject matter that he is teaching. So you know when you're with a mentor very easily that this person is the right mentor for me. So the next thing, what the attribute for a mentor, good mentor, is that he has to have a real life experience in what he's coaching. There are many mentors today who just talk. They don't know much, or they have not implemented it. So make sure that you have a mentor who has a real life experience and implemented it and gone through all the hardships of a business before he is actually coaching you or teaching you or training you on the matter. Always go to a mentor who has a lot of experience in this core field that he is teaching you. The next attribute that a mentor should have is that he has to have the quality of nurturing you. He's not just teaching you, he has to nurture you. He has to take you step by step from one level to the other in a comfortable manner that you feel very comfortable about, to learn and implement it. It should not look very high funda and complicated and difficult. So that is what is called as nurturing. He has to nurture you in a very soft manner and take you step by step into the level that where you want to reach. The next attribute that a mentor should have is he should have the right set of value systems in his life. You should look at what is your mentor's core value system. What does he stand for? What are his principles in life? So that really clearly determines the mentor's ability to coach you and determine you, so that he takes you into the right path in what you are learning. Your mentor should also know, he should have the right intentions in life. If your mentor is someone who is just looking at collecting a fee or just making money out of it, then that's not the right way to coach people. Your mentor should have the right intention, and the intention, as long as it is imparting knowledge and hand-holding and making sure that your student is learning and reaching that goal, that is the right mentor. So make sure you have the right mentor, and he's someone who simplifies the concepts for you. When you know you have met the right mentor, you will simply surrender to the concept he's teaching you. It's something like, if you follow several mentors, then obviously it's going to be a lot of mess. Always follow. There's no problem in learning from a lot of people, but have one mentor whose concepts you are following, because he's implemented and he's been successful. So can you. It's something like, in stock market, I've seen people learn various concepts, strategies, technical analysis. They learn from here, they learn from here, they get it from everywhere, and they try to implement that in their trading world, and they fall flat on their face. Why? Because they are trying to follow too many strategies into one trade. Never do that. Have a single mentor whom you follow. You can watch different courses or you can acquire knowledge, but when you are following a strategy for your business, follow one mentor. This is what I would like to tell, because I've seen this giving me success. So this is what you need to remember. The third dimension of the success factor is the environment. Like a climatic condition for a seed, remember the story? Here, the climatic condition, we are referring to the environment that we live in. If the seed is very good and if the land is also very fertile, but the climatic condition was not supporting, was the seed able to grow? It was not able to grow. Similarly, however good you are, however good your intentions are, even though you have a fantastic mentor who's hand-holding you, but if your environment is not right, it is very difficult for you to implement your ideas and knowledge and what you've learned into a real business scenario. So what are the attributes of a good environment? What do we mean by a good environment? Well, a right environment has to be healthy and non-toxic. Many times, what I mean by that is, you are surrounded by people who are negative, or you are surrounded by a set of people who are just not right for your business to go further. So recognize that and move away from such an environment. It is very important that you stay with the right environment, which is healthy for you and which is non-toxic. The next attribute I would say is, the environment has to be productive. It has to help you to do your tasks and become productive every single day. The environment has to support you to be very productive. That is very important. The third thing is, the environment has to help you to focus on your business, focus on your mission and your goal. So that is also very important. If the environment is not helping you to focus, for example, if you are in an environment which is very noisy, there are too many people walking around, or you are filled with people around you and high pollution, noise pollution, then will you be able to concentrate on your business or do a productive work? So it is very important that you are in an environment that helps you to focus on your business. Your focus into your business is the most important aspect as you start your business or get going in your business. The next factor that I would like to mention is your environment has to be supportive. It has to be supportive towards you. You know, if you are staying in a place where at particular hours there is some noise, or there is a school around you, or which is noisy, or it does not help you to concentrate on what you need to do. So always be surrounded with an environment that is supportive towards your cause, towards your business. That is very important. You need to be in an environment that is competitive. If you are doing, let's say, an online business or a futuristic product, and if you are located in a remote village where you do not have proper internet facility, or you do not have access to talk to people, would it be possible for you to then succeed fast in your business? No. So you need to be in an environment that is competitive for your business. The next is, you have to be in an environment that has a community. Community as in people who are doing similar kind of businesses, or people who are having the same kind of thought processes and same kind of issues and whatever. So you need to be in a community environment that has this a community which supports you, right? In an office scenario, if you look at, when you're working in a real office, you're surrounded by your peers, right, who are all working for a similar cause, and you sit and discuss and you relate with each other. That helps you to progress in your job in a corporate world. Similarly, when you're doing your own business, let's say in an online space, you need to be associated with a community that is having the same cause and similar kind of a business environment, so that you are within that community that helps you to progress fast towards your goal. Okay, so this is also one of the aspects when we talk about a right environment. Now, if you look at the triangle that I spoke about, there are 3 dimensions, right? That's you, your mentor, and the environment that you live in. Now, the relationship between you and your mentor should be such that you will want to surrender to his teachings and the concepts and get going and move to the next level of your business. The relationship between you and the environment should be such that any issues related to your environment should be addressed immediately, and you need to declutter your environment completely and make it supportive towards your business. The relationship between a mentor and an environment should be such that whatever you are learning from your mentor should allow you to move towards, he should be able to create a success for you in an environment that you're living in, right? So these 3, when they align with each other, the success becomes much faster. Whatever business you are in, it becomes so much easier for you to reach your goal and reach that next level much faster. So you have to address these basic concepts in your business scenario before thinking of anything further. I hope this information was helpful to you and useful to you. If so, please press on the like button, and I am going to bring you more and more concepts about the business concepts in an online world or in an online scenario for all the entrepreneurs. I do hope you like the video, and so that's it for today. Stay tuned and watch my next video where I'm going to bring the next concept to you. So thank you so much, and this is Prabha signing off for today.